Right, hello everyone, this is Product Shard, and today I'm going to be having a little overview of the new DLC 2 that was released. It's Uprising for Black Ops 2, with the new map pack and the new zombies map, and I'm just going to be going over the goods and the bads, and kind of my overview of what it is and whether it's worth the money this time, compared to the last one. Now, the first thing I would advise you to do, and if you haven't done it, definitely do it, is go straight over to the link in the description and watch the actual trailer, because I'm gonna be referring to stuff, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's either going to be really confusing or it will just sound really stupid. So go and have a watch of that and kind of gather your own opinion on it, and see what you think. Now I'll give you a sec to pause the video and go and watch that. Now that you're back, the first thing you may have noticed is that you obviously get the one zombies map, which is something to do with, I want to say Arcaden, but it's not. Alcatraz, that's the one. You get that zombies map, and you get the 4 normal DLC maps, but this DLC you get no extra gun. Now, it may just seem like a really small thing, oh no gun, it was only one little thing, it wasn't much, but this kind of annoyed me as they put it in the first one, and the first one is obviously the one that they use to entice people into buying the season pass, which automatically buys you up all of them, but for a cheaper price. Now, this annoyed me because they put that in the first one, they use it as an attraction, they use it to kind of bait people in, and people like me with the season pass think, oh right, that means I'm going to get 16 maps in total, 4 zombies maps, and oh, this time we get 4 new guns as well. But obviously they're not putting that in this one, so I've no idea if they're putting a new gun in the 3rd one or the 4th one. And everything just becomes a little bit less valuable compared to what we thought it was, and makes it seem like we wasted a bit of money where, it maybe wasn't worth it. But it's still worth it to me, but it's something for people to think about. And I do know a lot of people like snipers that wanted a new sniper. It would have added a lot more stuff that they could do on their channel. I personally wanted a shotgun and stuff like that, and now obviously that's not happening. And it's got to make you think, are they only going to put 3 maps in the next DLC? Are they not going to do a zombies map? I'm personally hoping they maybe just hadn't got the gun ready and they'll put it in the next one, or they'll give it to us free later, because that's fair enough. They probably should have told us, but that's probably not it. And it's just taken a little bit of trust out of Treyarch, because their DLC in Black Ops 1 was really nice. I liked it all. And the first DLC was pretty good, and that extra gun did kind of show that they were adding stuff, and they were thinking of new ways to put stuff into the DLC, and taking it out has just kind of taken away a bit of that trust that we had for them, which was a bit annoying. But onto the different maps, we've got Magma, Encore, Vertigo, and Studio. Now, Magma looks really nice. It has kind of the dynamic stuff of the actual magma or the lava going around, which would be really nice because it's going to cover some bits of the map. It's going to make people move around and change their kind of play style during the game. And the only thing that would annoy me is if they did what they did on Hydro, which kind of covered one of the bombs when the water came past. It would hit the B-bomb, and anything near it or around it would die and get swept off, even though you didn't really get swept off, you just got hit by some water and you died. So planting that bomb, and especially ninja defusing that bomb, was super difficult, and I think I've only ever defused it once, even to this day, and it was very frustrating. And as long as they don't do that with the Magma, that is going to be perfectly fine, and I think it could actually be pretty interesting. Now onto Encore. They made a big deal about this being some London music festival, and the only sign I see of that is the London Eye and the... I nearly said Eiffel Tower, I don't know why, that's obviously not in London, but Big Ben in the background of the picture, but the rest of the scenery doesn't really look like London. It probably should be raining, and your guy should have frostbite or something, but, it's quite sunny, and they made a big deal about this stage in the middle, which if you hold the stage, then apparently you hold the rest of the map, and you do really well, even though there's no cover on the stage, so if you do go there, you'll probably die very, very quickly. So I wouldn't listen to that advice from Treyarch there. But the map overall does look quite bright, quite nice, and a little bit of fun, which could be very interesting. They should probably have some music going on to get you into it during the game, but that's up to them. Now onto Vertigo, which is one of these high-rise maps again, which reminds me of High-Rise. And is it called High-Rise? It might be called High-Rise. I think it is. And the extra one that came in the MW3 DLC, which were all really high up on tall buildings. And this just makes me think they're going to put cranes on it again, and have lots and lots of trick shotters, and it's going to be hilarious. And lots of people running around knifing and getting cool jumping off building kills, and oh, it's going to be hilarious. And that just seems like kind of interesting, and yeah, they could make it really cool. I thought they could have like a VTOL on the, because it's like a VTOL landing pad, most of it. They could actually have a VTOL there, and if anyone calls in a VTOL, then that one would actually take off and start flying around, which I thought could be pretty cool. And I'm doing little gestures in a big circle around the map, but there you go. And onto Studio, which is apparently a remake of the fan favourite Firing Range. In the video it doesn't look like Firing Range, but I'm hoping the actual map will. And this is another thing which kind of annoyed me a little bit, is Infinity Ward, even though I personally thought their DLC was worse, they brought in Terminal just free of charge. They didn't make a big deal out of it. And they brought that in for free. They remade it for MW3 and just gave it out to people. And anyone could download it, and that was something they actually did, which was kind of really nice. And gave everyone this extra map, even if you couldn't like afford the DLC and stuff. You got this, and it just made everyone think of them nicely. But what Treyarch have done is remake Firing Range in a really big, fancy way, and put it into the DLC instead of you know, paying for an extra map or getting it for free. They've put it into the DLC, so you now have to pay for it. Whereas I think they could have done like a completely new map, then just remade Firing Range on its own, not made it really fancy, but just generally like port it in because people loved it, and just put that in Black Ops 2 and maybe make it a little bit more futuristic or something. And that would have been kind of nice for those who don't or can't afford the DLC. But obviously they haven't done that, which kind of annoyed me. But yeah, it does look kind of nice, and they could do some cool stuff with it, because it's a big Hollywood set, and they've got loads of different areas and stuff. But I'm sure it'll be very arbitrary. I'm mixing up words today. I don't know why, but arbitrary seems the right word. But very, it could be like there's some. From memory, I think there's a pirate section, and for some reason I think they could have like boats going around, and you can like hop on a boat and it will take you around the map a bit, and you could like sit on there, and they could have an objective on a certain boat, and then you could jump on. That would be really cool. But obviously they're probably not going to do that. Now the other one thing that I wanted to mention is this DLC doesn't really look like one that's going to be good for people trying to get kill streaks, because obviously the magma is going to be annoying for some people, hilarious for others. Like if you can get assault shields and push people into the magma, that would be kind of funny. But for those trying to get the kill streaks, if you touch the magma and you die instantly, then people are going to be very annoyed by that, because one wrong move and you're dead. And also on Vertigo, it showed lots of places where you've kind of got to walk across small beams and stuff, and if you get knocked back from being hit by a few bullets, then you could get pushed off, and people will also get annoyed at that. So if you are someone who goes for kill streaks like primarily, then this may not be the DLC for you. The other one may, like the first one, or wait for another one. They may be more to your kind of skill set, and more to your style of play, but overall it does look really interesting, and could be kind of nice. And the zombies map, I know nothing about zombies, basically, so if you look at the trailer and you think it looks cool, then it's going to be cool. The only thing that like makes me think it's not going to be as good as Black Ops 1 ones is that there's no story. They seem to be changing the characters with each one, and so you don't have that running story through all of them, which was really nice in Black Ops 1. It made you want to play the next one, whereas here they're splitting them all up, it seems, unless I've got the complete wrong end of that stick. But thank you for watching. This has been a little overview of the trailer and the new DLC that has been announced. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, it was helpful, or you're looking forward to the DLC. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.